Hey guys, it's me, the Amazing Gamer DJMC here. This is taking like a review video on the Marvel What If series so far, and I freaking loved it so much. I just watched the new episode, which surprisingly, it was technically you could title this as Marvel Zombies episode because oh, wait, I should say this. Spoiler warning to those who have not seen any of the episodes so far, please or I can't fucking say the right word for some reason. Uh, do not see this video if you haven't seen the episodes of the What If yet, but this is my opinion on episodes 1 through 5 so far on the Marvel What If series. Now, let's start with episode 1, the one titled What If Peggy Carter became Captain Carter, or no, wait, the first Avenger, I think it was the title. I did find it a bit interesting. Here's what I think of how they're doing this. I don't mind the way they're doing it, but I do find it weird. We do start with the Captain America movie as the first What If. I thought we'd be starting off with Iron Man movie because if they're doing this by phase or just messing around with different timelines, I guess it makes sense. But I thought they would be doing the episodes in order of like how they did the movie phases. Like you got Iron Man 1 to Iron Man 2, and then Captain America, and then 4, I think. Don't quote me on that if I'm wrong, please. But it was interesting to see what would happen if Peggy becomes a version of Captain America, and then we have Steve Rogers becoming Iron Man, which it, actually that's kind of happened in a different reality, but that's not technically a what if. It's called. I'm going to explain in that episode how come Iron Cap became Iron Man in the comic book version. There ain't a what if like how Captain America became Iron Man, but there is a origin for that version of Steve Rogers in a different Marvel universe titled Marvel Bullet Point. Now, if you guys are not familiar with that, it's kind of like a think of it as DC's version to Marvel's Elseworld story. In other words, like you know how DC made their own what ifs, which is called Elseworld story. That's what basically Bullet Point is for the Marvel universe. And I'm gonna show some example. In that reality, Steve Rogers becomes Iron Man during World War II. So that's what happened in the episode. But the way he becomes Iron Man is like he gets like a chess piece just like Tony does in the original timeline. Plus, the Bullet Point comic is a very interesting story. I mean, they changed some characters' origins besides Cap. Like Spider-Man, for example, he's not Peter Parker. He's Bruce Banner, and Peter Parker is the Incredible Hulk. So plot twist there. Let's see, and the way and let's see, and also in the first Avenger episode, What If, they changed some things, like preventing Bucky becoming Winter Soldier in that timeline, if you gotta think about it, because if Bucky doesn't fall off the train, doesn't get his arm ripped off, so that means he doesn't become Winter Soldier. That means he stays in his prime for the rest of World War II until, I guess, when Captain Carter reaches to the future, which is 2012, after dealing with that Hydra god thing, whatever, the giant fucking squid. I did like the Iron Man armor Steve was using in the What If. I was surprised it almost looked like Ironmonger, actually. I didn't think about that at first, so, like, yeah. Let's see. Let's see. Now, episode 2, what was episode 2 called? Oh, yeah, Black Panther becoming Star-Lord. Wow, that was unexpected. Like, especially seeing Thanos, like, he's now working with Black Panther with Yondu's cool. Like, holy shit. Plus, not only that, Nebula as a blondie? What? What the F? I did like the fight scene with T'Challa and Yondu versus the Collector. Actually, if you didn't look closely at his collection, he did have Captain America's shield and Thor's hammer. And not only that, Thor's sister's Hela's helmet. So I'm wondering, like, does that mean he has Spider-Man's web shooters then? I'm not 100% sure. It was interesting seeing a little bit of Howard the Duck in that episode. But I was happy at the end that the T'Challa got to reunite with his dad, who's still alive, which is good. Let's see. Also, I was surprised they show Ego for the end scene where he finds Peter at some burger joint. Okay, now episode 3, which is titled "What If Earth Did Not Have Its Mightiest Heroes?" And Jesus Christ, I'm gonna say this, that's like the most darkest what if episode I have ever watched, besides, was, I wouldn't say the darkest, because episode 4 and 5 just fucking topped that, but still though. Episode 3 shows some of the Avenger teams getting killed off, like Iron Man was first, Thor was second, Hawkeye was third, Hulk was fourth, and Black Widow was the last one. And I'm just like, Jesus Christ. Like, I was surprised to see that it was Hank Pym Ant-Man. I was like, what the fuck, dude? Especially the way Hulk get took out. Not only Hulk, but also Thor getting just killed by Hawkeye's arrows. Come on, man. Then again, I kind of understand that because Thor did not have his powers at the time, so he was technically not a god. I mean, Odin did strip Thor of his powers. So, yeah. I think the only one thing that creeped me out in that episode was, Coulson smelling Thor's dead body, which surprisingly he does not smell like a rotting corpse. But still, that's just disturbing as hell, dude. What the fuck? But, yeah, like, seeing Hank Pym become Yellow Jacket in the MCU, I mean, that is something from the comics, but I didn't think of him becoming a serial killer. Then again, I didn't understand the reason because turns out his daughter Hope joins S.H.I.E.L.D. in that timeline, and then I guess something got wrong and she died, so he blames S.H.I.E.L.D. I mean, that makes sense, but wouldn't it make sense to go after Fury, not the Avengers? I mean, come on. If Nick Fury died in the setup in Iron Man 2, then it would be a lot better. Fuck off, fight. A lot better for the Avengers to assemble. Plus, it was interesting seeing Captain Marvel at the end of that episode. I mean, holy shit. Let's see. Now, episode 4 was a very interesting title. Like, what if Doctor Strange wants his heart, not his hands? I assume. Wait, does that mean he's going to die? And after seeing it for the couple of minutes, I did watch it fully. Don't accuse me of some shit. But yeah, I watched it fully. I was surprised to see that nurse that he has a thing for dies in the car crash with him instead of him just driving alone in that car accident that's supposed to take his hand. So, but most of the events of him becoming Sorcerer Supreme still plays out the same until he now uses the Time Stone to try and save her life. I mean, to be honest, if we were in that version of Doctor Strange's boots, would we not do the same thing for anybody that we care about? I mean, I would fucking do that for either my dad, my little sister, or my step-uncle, or any family member of mine, or even my girlfriend and her family. I mean, it would just be unfair if they were taken away so early because they haven't lived their life to the fullest. I mean, I think the most saddest moment in that episode was him can't find a way to save her because every time he tries to, she keeps ending up dying, and it's just, I feel sad for that Doctor Strange right there. I really do. But I think the ancient one was nothing but a drama queen bitch, to be honest, because you can't let him do this. Just do this one thing to save the woman he loves. I mean, come on. Um, Plus, I was surprised that Doctor Strange traveled back further in time when after he had a little fight with the Ancient One. And then we see Doctor Strange summon the Hydra God thing from the first episode of the Marvel What If series, but turns out if he was further back in time, that means the events of Captain Carter haven't happened yet. So, like, that's just surprising. Stupid. Anyway, it was interesting to see him become a dark user. Like, he changes his supreme outfit and then dark, and then he absorbs creatures to become more powerful. In fact, so powerful, he can not only hear the Watcher, but also see him. I was like, it made me wonder, like, can other cosmic beings see the Watchers? Like, could Thanos see them? And I asked my dad about this, and he said, yeah, technically he could. And I was just like, what the fuck? Plus, then I love that we got to see a good and evil Doctor Strange fight each other. It was so awesome. And to be honest, though, I was kind of hoping for the good Doctor Strange to maybe win, but beggars can't be choosers. And what does he do after reviving the woman? Somehow his whole reality gets destroyed. He just basically destroyed his entire reality, and he only saved himself and what was left of his girlfriend just to say goodbye, sort of say goodbye. With that mirror dimension spell. Now, episode 5. Jesus fucking Christ, episode 5 was, I'm gonna say, that was the most darkest episode ever. Even took some fucking key elements from Marvel Zombie Comics. I will get to that point eventually, but I was happy finally get to see Spider-Man in the animation style. I love the What If series so much. And actually, I think Tom Holland did voice Spider-Man there because the voice does sound similar. Let's see. I do find it funny in that What If, that the zombie plague started with wasps instead of, like in the comics, it happened with a superhero called Sentry, who's their version of Superman. But the question is, how did Janet caught the virus in the quantum realm after being trapped in there? I would love if the Watcher could maybe explain how that happened. But you still have the similar events happening to Avengers Infinity War, like Bruce landing in the Septum Centaura, I think, Doctor Strange's house. But there's no Doctor Strange or Wong there, and then you see the two members of the Black Order, but then you see Doctor Strange's portal thing opens up, and then you see Iron Man shooting, and Bruce thinks they're away, but he sees how they took them down a bit more brutally than usual. But then when Tony turns his head, he's like, "What the fuck, Tony? What happened to you?" It's just fucking crazy. And then, ah man, Tony gets his zombie head chopped off. Oh my fucking god! I'm just glad I didn't eat breakfast when I was watching that, because if I did, I doubt I would not puke. Because I think I could probably puke if that happened, like holy shit. Okay, let's see. But the Avengers got turned into zombies way too quickly when the Watcher was explained. I mean, you see Black Widow, Black Panther, Iron Man, Captain America, and then Hawkeye, and Captain America was about to say something important, but then he said ow, and then you see Hank Pym just biting on his neck, and then they got overrun, and I don't understand how Tony could get affected. He was still wearing his armor, but then again, if Hank and Pat Janton shrunk down, they could have affected him from the inside, so yeah. But the only remaining heroes that were left was Spider-Man, Wasp, Hulk, and Bucky, and Happy Hogan, and Peggy Carter's granddaughter. and Happy Hogan, but Sharon, Happy, and one of Black Panther's guard women, I should have mentioned her, that they die. So does Bucky, so does Hope. Uh, they found Vision, but Vision is technically Hank Pym in that reality because he kept Black Panther alive, unaffected, and Black Panther is missing a fucking leg. And that's what Hank did to Black Panther in the Marvel Zombie comics. Just keep him as food just in case so he could think of a way of making a cure. And then you see a zombie Scarlet Witch and oh my god. But somehow the cure relies in Vision's Mind Stone. It's the most darkest what if of them all. And the only people that survive is Spider-Man, Doctor Strange's cape, Black Panther, and Scott Lang. Ant-Man technically is alive, but he's nothing but a severed talking head now. So, like, holy shit. And they're heading to Wakanda at the end of the episode, but turns out everybody in Wakanda got turned into zombies, and then you see zombie Thanos holding the Infinity Gauntlet with almost all of the Infinity Stones. So, that episode just ended on a huge fucking cliffhanger, which I wish that we got to see maybe a little bit more, but I like how the episodes turn out so far, and God, I really hope that we see that version of Spider-Man with the Doctor Strange call. Like, could he be on the multiple Guardians of the Galaxy or Galactic Avenger team, like where it has the different variants of a certain superhero? I would love to see that. But God damn, the first 3 episodes became dark. Episodes 1 and 2 were fine, but 3, 4, and 5 took a fucking dark turn. That's all I got to say. I'll probably make another one as soon as the rest of the Marvel What If show comes out every Wednesday. If you guys like this video, please hit that like button. If you like this channel, please hit that subscribe button. And hit the bell button to be notified every time I upload new videos so that way you guys stay up to date. And I really appreciate that. Also, so again, last warning. Spoiler warning. Spoiler warning. If you do not want to hear anything that will spoil the episode for you, please click another video. Goodbye.